we have to demolish them so that the fire shouldn't press over. So we have to take the risk and demolish our own.
Some of the traders are yet to recover from the shock. There the very day before, their stores filled to the brim, eagerly awaiting the boom that comes with Christmas. Then this happened.
Last 2 weeks I bought a million of 210,000 naira. But no, some like aluminum, if I touch it, everything will melt. That is, but if I check everything together, it's around 400 and something thousand.
The National Emergency Management Agency's search and rescue team are on hand to assess the level of damage and possible areas of assistance for the victims.
We're going to look at the little of the damage, and then we're going to liaise with the Market Association, with the State Emergency Management Agency, and see where the assistance will be.
This is the second time in 4 years that the Kaswa Katako is experiencing such disaster, which has rendered many traders moribund. Apart from assisting the traders financially, government needs to provide modern facilities and adequate planning of the market to avoid congestion and recurrence of such disasters.
A worrisome refugee report is coming from the United States as the fight against insurgency forces people in the troubled north region part of the country to flee. A UN agency says the offensive against Boko Haram has pushed nearly 40,000 refugees over its northern border into Niger in a drive that is straining food supplies in the drought-prone country. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs says in its latest monthly report that of a total 37,332 refugees, nearly 29,000 are officially Niger nationals and the rest are Nigerian. The United Nations estimated in June that there were 6,000 refugees from Nigeria, but that figure has soared as President Jonathan has stepped up attacks on Boko Haram militants. According to the UN, these figures are 3 times above the level that humanitarian workers were planning for, giving an indication of the difficulties of developing a humanitarian response. We'll go straight to business news after the break. Federal, state and local government receive allocation for the month of October.
And on the foreign scene in the United States, it's a rather frigid reception for Obamacare.
Join us again.
Anambra kereke, Anambra mama, Tony Moyi. Kereke, onye ọbụla binye aka. Kereke, Tony onye nke m. Ọ bụ ya. Kereke, onye nke anyị. Kereke, onye na ọ ga na-aga. Ọ ga na-aga. Nwanne, nwanna. Kereke, okorobịa na agbọghọ. Kereke, onye ọbụla binye aka.
Nyere Tony Nwoye maka gọvanọ Anambra steeti ka anyị wee na-aga n'iru dịka o si kwesị ekwesị. O ruologo ntutu taa na-enyekwa ntụziaka na tupu oge eme ọnwa 6 o guzoro dịka gọvanọ, ntọrị mmadụ nke bekee na-akpọ kidnapping ga-eli mbọmbọ ọsọ.
Anambra Makano! PDP!
Welcome to Business News. A total of 568 billion naira has been distributed to the federal, state and local governments for the month of October. Addressing journalists after the Federation's Account Allocation Committee meeting in Abuja, the Minister of Finance, Dr. Yerima Ngama, announced the withdrawal of the sum of $1 billion from the excess crude account to complement a shortfall in revenue, leaving a total of $3.9 billion in the excess crude account.
Dr. Ngama also said that the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation paid the sum of 7 billion naira owed the Federation account, while 35 billion naira has been distributed to the 3 tiers of government for SHORP programs.
We have distributed 525.247 billion this month. In addition, we have the normal SUAP amount of 35.549 billion, which will be shared among the 3 tiers of government. And then this month also, NNPC has made good its promise to pay 7.617 billion, which will be shared to the states and local government as the repayment due to them from the outstanding amount due from NNPC. We are also happy to announce that this month we are going to distribute $1 billion out of the excess crude account to the 3 tiers of government, and this distribution will be done alongside the distribution of revenues for the month of October.
Profit-taking continued at the Nigerian stock market for a second trading day as losses by some blue-chip stocks pulled the key indicators down. Investors shaved 31 naira off Nestle, well, 3 naira 25 kobo off Dangote Cement, and 3 naira off Nigerian Breweries. After shedding 0.9% on Wednesday, the all-share index and market capitalization dropped further by 0.46% to end the day's session at 37,772.86 points and 12.06 trillion naira respectively. Well, the top gain has remained unchanged for a third consecutive session as corn oil appreciated further by 7 naira 5 kobo to close at 76 naira to lead MRS Oil and Lafarge Cement Watco, as well as 32 other equities.
On the foreign scene, the Philippines is not out of the woods yet. A U.S. aircraft carrier and its escort of 2 cruisers are to arrive off the island to help communities hit by Typhoon Haiyan. The USS George Washington will expand search and rescue operations and provide a platform for helicopters to move supplies. The top U.S. commander in the Philippines says that the U.S. military support would be on a large scale.
No doubt desperate times calls for desperate measures, and the international community is struggling to still get aid to people. However, 2 U.S. destroyers have already arrived in the Philippines, and other U.S. vessels are expected to arrive in about a week.
Barely 27,000 Americans enrolled for health insurance through its troubled federal website in the first month. About 106,000 people were insured in total, most of them through the state-run websites. The Obama administration is depressed about the low figures. It originally estimated that 500,000 people would sign up in the first month. Democrats reportedly expressed frustration about the botched rollout in a White House meeting yesterday. The federal website, used in 36 U.S. states, has been haunted by glitches since its October launch. The administration has pledged that the portal will be running smoothly for a vast majority of users by the end of November.
For sports news, Ethiopia coach Sinet Bashar is in confident mood ahead of Saturday's 2014 FIFA World Cup playoff against Nigeria, despite needing to cancel the first leg 2-1 deficit. Bashar arrived with the Ethiopian contingent in Calabar this afternoon, and he said that the task ahead of them is achievable.
That's right, the 69-year-old believes his players know what to do because they know what is at stake. Ethiopia, who have beaten Nigeria only once, must score at least twice without reply to qualify for the World Cup in Brazil next year. Well, one of them will definitely be at the World Cup next year, but then for individuals too, Sweden captain striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic is looking forward to the 2 World Cup playoff games against Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. The sides meet tomorrow in Lisbon in the first leg, with the return 4 days later at the Friends Arena in Stockholm. Only one spot is available for Brazil 2014, meaning one of the 2 talismanic players will miss out on the showpiece event.
But at the same I think it's very